Hey, this is Gretchen Menn, and welcome to my JamPlay.com course. The purpose of this course is to try to bring harmony to two polar ideas in music that don't need to be polarized, and that's the idea of creativity and technique. I think it's all too common for people to take a really exaggerated stance on one or the other, either really focusing a huge amount of their time and effort on developing just smoking technique and just assuming that writing comes naturally, or assuming that writing is everything and having the tools to be able to say what you want to say fluently somehow don't really matter. To me, the idea of the marriage of the two is where you're going to get the best, most fluent composition and actually have something to say beyond just incredible mechanical finesse. So in this course, we're going to be talking about a number of different techniques. Everything from alternate picking to sweep picking, tapping, harmonics, volume swells, and even borrowing from classical guitar. But the idea of all of these techniques is just to be a launch pad to expanding you creatively and creating something that is your own. So while each section will start with an exercise, I've deliberately kept these exercises very short because what I want you to be doing is to be writing. And if you're doing this course properly, you're going to be writing a lot. Writing is not something that just happens, it's something that's a skill that's developed like any other, and it happens by doing it regularly, fearlessly, frequently, all the time. So the hope with this course, and at least my intention in preparing it for you, is not only will you have a familiarity with a much wider range of techniques available to you as a guitar player, but you'll also be writing, and you'll be writing all the time. If you're doing this properly, at the end of every single lesson, you'll be doing a writing assignment. It might be something as simple as a very short exercise, or it might be a little bit more extensive. I'm saying that the minimum to do at the end of each lesson is at least one, but if you do 3 or 5 or 10 or 50, the more you write, the more it will benefit you. So after going over the technique, what I'm going to show is how I've used various techniques in pieces that I've written. And the idea here is not to have you spending a lot of time learning my lines. Learn them just as much as they suit you, just as much as they springboard your creativity to a new place. And because I happen to be an avid reader, this would not be complete without a couple of book recommendations, actually 3 book recommendations. The first one, and I have gifted this book to so many people, is called Zen Guitar by Philip Toshio Sudo, and it is a wonderful, wonderful manual. It has nothing to do with any sort of technical exercises or anything like that. It's all about mindset, and I have found it so beneficial. I've read it and reread it countless times, and everybody to whom I've given it has said that it's been really important for them too. So I do recommend that one. Another book that I think is fantastic is Peak by Anders Ericsson. It's not specifically about music, but it's about expertise and about learning new skills. I think it's fantastic. It totally changed the way I practice, and I think you might enjoy it too. Finally, the book that I always say is an important handbook for any musician is Tonal Harmony. It's a college textbook by Koska and Payne, and because it's a college textbook, you can spend a ton of money on the latest edition, or you can get an earlier edition for practically nothing. I think it's so important to at least have a very basic understanding of the rudiments of music. It's the language you love. It's the language that you speak on your instrument. Why not at least know a little bit about it? If for no other reason, it will allow you to communicate most fluently and efficiently with other musicians. So with that, thank you so much for checking this out. I'm so excited to work with you guys and to show you some of what makes me inspired in music. I hope it will inspire you too. So have fun, be brave, be creative, be open-minded, and if you do create something, which I hope you will, let me see it, tag me in it, send it to me. All of my social media handles are just my name. So with that, let's get to it.